Well, shares of another regional bank are volatile today, increasing concerns over the nation's banking system. First Republic Bank trading was halted this morning after being down by more than 30% in early trading.
Some regional banks are now relying on cash infusions by larger lenders or a potential sale to stay afloat. The concerning news coincides with Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen testifying on Capitol Hill today. Secretary Yellen told lawmakers the department is working diligently to protect American savings. She says the nation's banking system remains safe despite two regional banks collapsing in just over a week.
I can reassure the members of the committee that our banking system is sound and that Americans can feel confident that their deposits will be there when they need them. This week's actions demonstrate our resolute commitment to ensure that our financial system remains strong and that depositors' savings remain safe.
Joining us now is Ben Eisen. He is a banking reporter for the Wall Street Journal. Ben, thanks for being here. Let's talk about First Republic Bank. It's the latest bank that's teetering. What's being done to bring it back from the brink of failure?
First Republic Bank has been one of these banks that has sort of taken a hit along with the rest of the regional banking sector, but it's kind of gotten it worse than most of them. And right now, regulators are sort of working overtime to try to reassure people that the banking system is safe. But the Wall Street Journal just reported that that a number of banks, the nation's largest banks, are coming together to prepare a sort of aid package for First Republic in order to help stabilize the bank.
Right. As you know, Secretary Yellen says that the U.S. banking system is safe. Given what you just laid out, what is the reality of the U.S. banking picture right now?
You know, everything's really in flux right now. You had 3 banks fail in the last week, and that has caused a lot of jitters across the banking system. So, you know, a banking system that might have been considered safe last week now has all these other issues to contend with. And, you know, the big issue here is, will people take their money out of banks that they deem risky? And this is sort of one of these things that kind of reinforces a little bit, you know, as it happens. So people taking their money out of the bank isn't a problem until everybody does it. So the question is, does everybody take their money out of the bank? And that can cause a lot of issues. So far, since the announcement Sunday of Signature Bank failing, we haven't seen another bank fail yet. And regulators have, including Secretary Yellen, have really been trying to reassure people that the system itself is sound.
Well, Ben, we have had this conversation about regional banks versus big banks in recent days. Both of these types of banks have their own issues. Help our viewers navigate these waters right now. What type of banks work better for which type of person? And is it smart to have your money in both a combination of a big bank and a regional bank?
Well, just to take a step back, what you've had over the last 30 years is just a massive wave of banking consolidation. What that means is that smaller banks get absorbed by bigger banks. And now what you have is you know, a handful of banks that hold a really large share of the deposits, and those banks are they're very safe. They're very highly regulated. After they ran into trouble during the last financial crisis in 2008, stringent regulations went into place, and so those banks are sort of in this position where, you know, they're so strong that they can now help some of the weaker ones. And then you have all these other regional banks which do provide an important service to communities. They serve specific regional areas that might be underserved by the large banks, specific industries, specific types of customers. So they really do have a place in our ecosystem. They don't have quite the same heft as some of the bigger ones, which is something that people are now realizing and struggling to kind of comprehend. But that said, you know, it's important to note that there's FDIC insurance on all customer deposits up to $250,000 for a single account and $500,000 for a joint account. So, you know, if you're holding less than that amount of money in any bank account, whether it's a regional bank or you know, one of the biggest ones, it's really, you know, that is backed by the government. So that is not something to worry about.
Really important point. Ben Eisen. Ben, thank you very much.